I think we're set. I don't think we need to find a cadence point to start this session, and it's good to be back. vk3sl testing on 160 in the narrowband FM mode. It's the Corona special afternoon session. Been doing this since the beginning of the first lockdown. It's a continuum, it's a stopgap, it's a sanity measure, enforced listening, something. So we're back, and following on from a very enjoyable missions last night, I commend the log if you want to have a listen to Thais Meditation. Very beautiful work by Jules Massenet. And the opera's Thais, and we've heard several different recordings played on the violin. It might be a good starting point, actually, because one of the recordings we did listen to was with the Asher Heifetz. Heifetz didn't formally record this to my best knowledge, but there is an off-air recording, and the one we used last night was not good. It was hard to listen to, and it was over-processed, and I've done some research and I've found a better version of it. So I think we'll start the missions with that today. Heifetz playing Meditation from the opera Thais by Jules Massenet, a recording made in 1944. This is vk3sl testing.
For his closing group, Fritz Kreisler has chosen...
Yes, in fact, I've just picked the wrong file, and it's incorrectly identified. So we'll backtrack on that one. And we'll see if we can find the one I had in mind. Maybe we need to feature it at the end of the program, so I've got time to sort things. Yeah, someone's actually misidentified that, and it is another beautiful performance of the work, but with Kreisler. Do we have a Heifetz recording? Maybe not. Well, I think we'll just underscore that, and and if I can find it, I'll play it later on. But I'm sure I found a better version, but I can't find it on my history file. All right, we'll just cut to take 2, which is some recordings from Mr. Zoot. So we'll hear those maybe first, and if I can find this recording, other one we'll play it later on. So what we have is his latest upload, which features recordings of Roger Wolf Kahn and his orchestra. Recordings made in 1929 and 1930, and he gives a bit of a bio of Mr. Wolf Kahn. It says, Roger Wolf Kahn certainly came from the sunny side of the street, says Mr. Prozoot. His father, Otto Kahn, built a banking empire of such staggering wealth that it almost seemed the family struggled for ideas of how to spend money. Wow. The extravagance of his estates was on par with the grandest industrial barons of the Gilded Age. While never lacking in material security, Roger was nurtured by a kindly father who shared his son's interest in music and fully supported his career as a band leader. The social events at their Fifth Avenue townhouse, a mini palace, were a dazzling array of Broadway stars, composers, artists, bankers, and celebrities of every stripe. The high society dance band gigs that hired Kahn's orchestra must have paled in comparison. Wow, what an incredible situation. Mr. Kahn led one of the top orchestras on the East Coast, and when he was only 18, Kahn had up to 10 bands working at one time, netting over $50,000 a year. Being a self-taught musician, he played every instrument in the band and composed several hit songs for Broadway shows. He co-authored the jazz standard Crazy Rhythm. Since money was never an obstacle, he hired the best musicians in the business. His recording sessions are replete with names like Venuti, Lang, Dorsey, Teagarden, Miff Mole, Shaw, Burton, Butterfield, Shute, Clyde, and the list goes on. Kahn's first love was aviation, and his band business was retired in 1934 for a new career as a test pilot for Grumman aircraft. He advanced through the ranks of the burgeoning airplane industry and finally resided as chairman and vice president of the Institute of Aeronautical Sciences. He died of a heart attack in 1962 at the age of 54, leaving a wife and 2 children. So there we have it. That's the story of Roger Wolf Kahn. And we'll hear now an extended playlist of his recordings made in that period, 1929 and 1930. Some of the vocalists include Frank Munn, Dick Robertson, Scrubby Lambert, Libby Holman, the William J. Elkins Jubilee Singers, Dick Robertson, and there we have it. That's quite a lineup. So for the next 50 minutes, well, let's enjoy Roger Wolf Kahn and his orchestra. I'm vk3sl, testing on 160 metres in the narrowband FM mode, and also streaming online, a dedicated YouTube live stream under my call sign.
See your eyes of blue, pretty little thing. Let them thrill me like they do, pretty little thing. Let me kiss your 2 lips too, honey, let them fling. Gee, but I'm in love, it's true, truly, you with you. Let the little joy bells ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling. Let a preacher tie the string, pretty little thing. Maybe in a year or 2, we'll announce to quite a few that the population grew, pretty little thing.
are singing, here's all they keep singing. Hi-ho, everybody, hi-ho. The breeze says each morning when daylight is dawning, hi-ho, everybody, hi-ho. Every star up in the sky looking down here below has a twinkle in his eye and says hi-ho, hi-ho. So I'll just begin it, there's happiness in it. Hi-ho, everybody, hi-ho.
Never had to count 1,000,000 sheep, then you've never been blue, never been blue. If you never had to cry yourself to sleep, then you've never been blue, never been blue. I know I could go on laughing at trouble, plain trouble, but when it concerns the heart, the pain seems double. Never worry about a little hurt or two. There's nothing at all bothering you. If you never had a pal who stole your gal, then you've never been blue.
is a test transmission from vk3sl.
smile on me, all the clouds will roll away. Liza, Liza, don't delay. Come keep me company, and the clouds will roll away. See the honeymoon shining down. We should make a date with Parson Brown. So Liza, Liza, name the day when you belong to me, and the clouds will roll away. Do what you do, it seems so new what you do. It thrills me through what you do, so do what you do some more. You know I love what you do, keep dreaming of what you do. Don't be above what you do, but do what you do some more. Can't get enough of the kisses you throw me, I need a big supply. Give me the kisses you owe me, oh me, oh my. Do I adore what you do? More and more and more and more what you do. I'm crazy for what you do, so do what you do some more.
Can you say we're through the way I've cared for you? You've been the only one, sweetheart. Through the showers we've been through, had happy hours too. I don't believe you mean to grieve me, ever leave me blue. The world would seem so blue, the way I've worshipped you. I never dreamed that we could part through. Oh, take me in your arms and love me as you used to do. Don't ever say we're through.
millionaire, crooked or on the square, mansion or furnished room, she doesn't care when a woman loves a man, sharing each pain and ill, both going through the mill. Just being miserable gives her a thrill when a woman loves a man. He may be conceited, a weakling who cheated, but still one woman in town. Can't help but feel that someday he'll settle down. Pile up your 7 seas, mountains and rocks and trees. You're up against a thing stronger than these when a woman loves a man.
like me, how I love you. I'm very lonely, maybe you're lonely too. Here is love, here am I. Please don't pass us by. What do I get? What am I giving? Why do I want a thing I daren't hope for? What can I hope for? I wish I knew. Why do I try to draw you near me? Why do I cry? You never hear me. I'm a poor fool, but what can I do? Why was I born to love you?
the coffee is steaming. Oh boy, what I'm dreaming while I'm cooking breakfast for the one I love. My baby likes bacon, and that's what I'm making while I'm cooking breakfast for the one I love. Our life has been tonight chummy right from the start. When I won his tummy, I won his heart. My baby is happy, no wonder I'm happy while I'm cooking breakfast for the one I love.
This is a test transmission from vk3sl.
is where you belong. Everything seems so right when you're near. When you're away, it's all wrong. I'm so dependent when I need comfort. I always run to you. Don't ever leave me, 'cause if you do, I'll have no one to run to.
Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worry on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear a pitter-pat? And that happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade, but I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. If I never have a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street.
not so long ago that Pa was mother's beau. And though their styles and fads have gone like old sachet, the things Pa said to Ma, the things Ma said to Pa were quite the same as all the things that lovers say today. Hi-ho, yay-bo, good times are coming, good times are coming, so cheer up. Let's be carefree and start a humming, then all your troubles will clear up. Soon brighter days will be found. Give all your cares the run around. Just yell, then tell the world you're happy. Good times are coming, so cheer up.
This is vk3sl, and you've been listening to recordings with Roger Wolf Kahn and his orchestra records made in 1929 and 1930, just put up this afternoon by Mr. Prozoot. Quite a compendium of music from the 20s. Test missions on 160 and streaming online. All right, we will move forward, and we have an episode of The Shadow, another one from, this one was originally cast in 1946, 22nd of the 8th, I think. No, 22nd of the 5th, 1946 was the original cast. It's the Australian edition of The Shadow, and we'll have a listen to an episode called Blind Man's Folly. So, let's kick off and experience some OTR.
As you sow evil, so shall you reap evil. Crime does not pay. The shadow knows.
Once again, we bring you the thrilling adventures of The Shadow, the hard and relentless fight of one man against the forces of evil. These dramatizations are designed to demonstrate forcibly to old and young alike that crime does not pay. The Shadow, who aids the forces of law and order, is in reality Lamont Cranston, wealthy young man about town. Years ago in the Orient, Cranston learnt a strange and mysterious secret. The hypnotic power to cloud men's minds so they cannot see him. Cranston's friend and companion, the lovely Margot Lane, is the only person who knows to whom the voice of the invisible shadow belongs. Today's drama, Blind Man's Folly. It is early evening. A heavy fog has settled over the city, and along a deserted harbourfront street, two strange figures feel their way through the impenetrable mist. One of them, a huge hulk of a man, walks cautiously, holding onto the arm of his companion. The other, tall, gaunt, with eyes that shine white in the darkness, is positive of every step, although he is blind.
Let go my arm, Gus.
But Adam, I can't see a thing in this fog.
Let go my arm.
All right. But if I were you, I wouldn't count too much on that stick you're carrying. What if you slip and fall?
I won't slip and I won't fall.
You can't be sure, boss. There could be something on the ground you couldn't see, and I couldn't either, on account of this fog. And I'm not blind.
Keep quiet.
Huh? All right. I'll keep it quiet. It's no use talking. You don't like me anymore.
You'll do for what I have in mind, Gus.
When we were in jail, you were my friend. You let me hold on to you. You were my friend. What did I do now?
You reminded me of the past. Remember not to do it again.
I didn't mean anything. I was only thinking.
With what?
All right. Laugh at him. But I'm not such a fool as you think I am.
You'd starve to death without me.
Perhaps I wouldn't.
Would you like to try?
Huh? Perhaps I will someday. You'll see.
Why, you stupid clown. When I was arrested 3 years ago, you ran right down to police headquarters and gave yourself up.
I didn't want you to go to jail alone, boss.
Oh, is that it? You needed me to do your thinking for you, even in jail.
I don't need anybody to do any thinking for me. I got a mind of my own.
That's enough talk, Gus. I like you best when you keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, all right. But just you wait and see what happens when you don't have me someday.
Wait a minute. Stop.
Huh? What's the matter, boss?
Be quiet. A cat just walked in front of us. About 15 feet.
A cat? I didn't see anything.
Well, it's there. I can hear it breathing. Now it's walking against the side of that building. It's turning around. It's getting ready to jump. Give me your knife.
Huh? You've got a knife.
Give me yours. If I lose that cat, I'll kill you.
All right. All right. Here.
Just jumped up on a windowsill.
Hey, where are you going to throw my knife?
I hate cats.
What? Oh, you killed it. You shouldn't have done it.
Get the knife.
You shouldn't have done it. That cat never hurt you. It's a dumb animal.
And so are you.
You've got to be kind to dumb animals. What did you kill it for?
Target practice. Someday that's exactly what I'll do to the Shadow. Yes?
Hello, Adam.
The Shadow.
Time hasn't dimmed your memory, I see.
How did you find out where I lived?
How does the Shadow find out anything, Adam?
You're pleased with yourself, aren't you? Shadow, what do you want?
I've come to give you a warning, Adam. Stay away from crime.
Thank you, Shadow.
I sent you to prison once. I'll do it again.
You're wrong, Shadow. You'll never do anything again.
Don't put me to the test. You'll lose, Adam.
You tore 3 years out of my life. I'd have been running this town.
Crooks and gang leaders just run themselves into the ground.
Yeah. What about George Benson?
There's a niche waiting for him with bars on it.
But he's not in it yet. He's wearing my shoes, running my men.
Don't be envious, Adam. You've paid your debt to society. Benson's account is still unpaid. You're free now, Adam. Try to stay that way.
Yes, I'm free. But there's still one debt I've got to pay.
Is there? What's that?
You, Shadow.
Put that knife down.
You afraid of it? My invisible friend?
Put it down, Adam. It won't do you any good.
We'll see about that. You're going to die.
Hey, boss.
Yes!
Hey. Oh, why are you going to throw that knife at me? I haven't done anything.
You fool. You brainless hunk of flesh.
Huh? What was that? Hey, Adam, somebody closed the door.
Somebody closed the door, you fool. Come on.
Huh? Where are we going, boss?
On a mission of discovery.
Look, Adam, aren't you going to tell me who we're supposed to be following?
No.
Gosh, you're letting me hold on to your arm. We're pals again.
I'm letting you hold onto my arm only because I don't want to use my cane.
If I were to lose my temper because you think I'm a fool, I could leave you right here. But I won't, Adam.
Quiet, you idiot. You want him to hear you?
Who?
The man I want is no more than 30 feet in front of us. He knows my voice and he knows yours.
There isn't anybody in front of us.
I can hear his footsteps.
But, boss, that's what you've been saying from the time we left the house. Even when we were walking down the steps. There was nobody there.
No one you could see.
I got good eyes, Adam. But I can't see anybody in this fog. And I got good ears, too. If you can hear someone walking, so can I.
Be quiet. He's going into a house. Listen.
I don't hear a thing.
He hasn't opened a door. That means the door was already open. Hurry.
All right.
I mustn't lose him. 30 feet. No more. A house with a marble floor in the lobby.
You know that, too?
Stop asking me stupid questions.
I'm only trying to work something out, boss. That's all.
Keep your eyes open. Let me know the minute we come to a house with the marble floor in the lobby.
Yes, boss.
No more than 30 feet, remember that?
Yes, boss.
It should be about here. Are we standing in front of an open door?
Yes. Yes. That floor. It's just like you said.
Is there someone in the lobby?
I don't see anybody.
Is the lift door open?
No, boss.
And he's gone upstairs. You wait here, Gus.
Don't you want me to go with you, Adam?
I said you wait here.
All right.
Car up, mister?
Excuse me, my friend. You just took Mr. John Brewster up, didn't you?
Brewster? Oh, I'm afraid you're wrong, sir.
I know you did. I saw him come into this house and walk toward this elevator.
Oh, him. Oh, his name isn't Brewster.
Please don't tell me his name isn't Brewster, my man. I've known him for years.
Oh, then he's having you on, sir. The chap I just took up was Lamont Cranston, and he's up in Miss Margot Lane's flat right now. You want to go up and see?
No, thank you. Lamont Cranston, eh? Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This is a test transmission from
Did I hear right?
vk3sl.
That chap said he saw Lamont Cranston come into this house. How could he? He's blind.
Lamont, you were up to something before you came here?
Was I, Margot?
Mm-hmm. You're 2 hours late. Now, that's never happened before unless you had an urgent job to do.
All right, darling. The Shadow had a call to make.
Oh.
But it wasn't urgent. It was just routine.
Now, don't try to tell me that, Lamont Cranston. When the Shadow makes a call, it's never routine. Who was it?
Adam.
Huh?
The blind man who caused so much havoc in this town before he went to prison 3 years ago.
Oh, I see.
He was released a few days ago. The Shadow decided that a well-timed warning might do Adam some good.
I hope it works. As I remember Adam, he was a very evil man.
He still is, Margot. But now he knows that the Shadow is watching him. If he makes one false move, he'll go back to prison.
But didn't George Benson take over his men and his rackets?
Yeah.
Then there's going to be trouble.
Well, that's why the Shadow paid Adam a visit.
Yes, so what about Benson?
No, he's very smart. Weston and I know exactly what he's doing, but we haven't evidence enough to jail him.
Why doesn't the Shadow go to work on him?
He's not ready, Margot. Benson has too many hirelings to do the dirty work for him. But let Benson lead with his chin just once.
Oh, excuse me, Lamont. Hello?
Hello, Miss Lane. May I speak with Lamont Cranston, please?
Oh, just a minute. To you, Lamont.
Oh, thanks. Hello.
Good evening, Mr. Cranston. Are you quite visible now?
Huh? Well, who is this?
How impatient you are, my friend.
Who are you?
A poor, helpless, blind man.
Adam.
Yes. Shadow.
What? What did you say?
I called you Shadow. How do you feel now, Mr. Cranston?
I'm afraid you've got the wrong number, Adam. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ah, but I do. You see, after you left my room tonight, I followed you.
I left your room?
Isn't it strange that I knew exactly where to find you, and that your name, Shadow, is Lamont Cranston?
You knew me as Lamont Cranston before you went to prison, Adam.
But I didn't know you as a Shadow until tonight. How would you like me to make my knowledge public?
It wouldn't do you any good.
It would mean the end of Lamont Cranston.
Perhaps, but not the Shadow.
No, my friend. When Cranston dies, the Shadow dies. Think it over, Mr. Cranston, and then meet me at the foot of Pier 19 in half an hour. Goodbye.
A threat to reveal the Shadow's identity. Stay tuned for part 2 of tonight's exciting adventure. It is half an hour later, and Lamont Cranston and Margot Lane are moving cautiously through the heavy fog towards the foot of Pier 19.
Lamont. We shouldn't have come. Why didn't you listen to me?
I told you, Margot, I've no alternative.
But if Adam knows you're the Shadow, he'll kill you.
I don't think so.
But why did he ask you to meet him in this forsaken place? Don't you realize there isn't a soul within blocks of here?
He has a plan, Margot. Just what it is, I don't know yet. Wait a minute.
Is this the place?
No, but this is as far as you go. I want to have this meeting with Adam alone.
Then you're not sure he won't try to kill you?
There's no reason why he should be, Miss Lane.
What?
Adam.
How strange that you who have eyes cannot see, but I who have no eyes can. So you couldn't come alone, Mr. Cranston.
I wouldn't let him.
I didn't know the all-powerful Shadow could be ruled by a woman. You know, Mr. Cranston, I could have killed you very easily as you approached me a moment ago.
Why didn't you?
Because I have better plans for your future. You're going to restore me to my rightful position in society.
What do you mean?
What the government took away from me 3 years ago when I was jailed, the Shadow will see that I get back, with interest.
Will he? How?
By killing George Benson.
Suppose the Shadow should refuse.
He can't. You see, I'm the only one in the world who can say to him, kill, or be killed.
Benson.
Huh?
George Benson.
Who said that?
The Shadow.
How did you get into my house?
That isn't important.
What do you want?
Your life is in danger, Benson. I'm here to warn you.
You warning me?
Ironical, isn't it? But I want to capture you alive, and I will in due time.
Thanks for the information, Shadow. You can go now.
The blind man is free.
Adam? Well, what of it? I read the papers, too.
He hates you enough to kill you, Benson.
He's still blind, isn't he? Let him get within 50 feet of me and he'll be a corpse.
Take my advice and leave town. Disappear.
So that's your game, Shadow. How much did Adam promise you for this job?
I've warned you, Benson.
Wait till the fellas hear about this. The Shadow working for Adam. The Shadow trying to scare me out of town so Adam can take over. Go back to Adam, Shadow, and tell him he's as good as dead right now.
Is he, Benson?
Adam and Gus.
You're not as good as dead, Benson. You're dead.
No, Adam.
Gosh, boss. Right in the chest.
You've committed your last crime, Adam.
Hey, boss. The Shadow's in here with us. We'd better get out of here.
Stay here, you idiot. The Shadow can't hurt us. Can you, Shadow?
You'll pay for this, Adam.
Stay where you are, Shadow. I've got another knife. That's better. You are learning to obey, Shadow.
Boss, you mean you can see the Shadow?
Yes, Gus, I can see him. Well, Shadow, you made a poor job of your first big assignment tonight. But I'm not surprised.
The Shadow doesn't kill, not even you.
A tenderness I can't appreciate.
You came here deliberately to kill Benson, didn't you?
Of course. I knew you'd let me down. You've been the Shadow too long.
And I'll be the Shadow long enough to see you hang.
You're talking out of turn, my friend. I'm not quite finished with you. I have another assignment.
Another killing, Adam?
You might call it that. I want you to round up the members of the late George Benson's gang. Call a meeting for midnight tonight and tell them that you and I are taking over.
Margot, the Shadow is finished.
What do you mean?
I'm driving to police headquarters now to see Commissioner Weston.
Oh, what's that got to do with the Shadow?
I'm going to tell him who killed George Benson.
Lamont, no.
I've got to. I can't let that murderer, Adam, escape.
Yes, but what about you?
I can't stop to think about myself now.
Well, then think about the Shadow. Adam is only one man, one criminal. Sooner or later, you'll catch up with him.
I'm up to him now, Margot. I can prove that he's a killer.
Yes, but what can he prove, Lamont? He can tell the world who the Shadow is. You know what that means.
Yes, Margot. But Adam will commit other crimes, other murders. I can't just let him have his own way just because he knows who the Shadow is.
Oh, no, but... Oh, I wish I knew what to say. I wish I knew what to do.
Well, here's the police department, Margot. Would you like to go in with me?
Oh, Lamont, isn't there another way?
I don't see any. Let's see the commissioner.
Oh, no. No, let's wait. Perhaps we can think something out.
Believe me, darling, there's no way out.
But we...
Please. Goodbye, Margot.
Lamont. Lamont!
Oh, the poor cat. I stepped on its tail. She was lying there right on the curb alongside the car. It's a good thing I saw her. Wait a minute, Margot. There may be a way out.
Yes, Lamont?
Gus. He saw Adam kill George Benson, too.
But what has Gus to do?
The cat reminded me of Gus. Gus has one weakness. He's mad about cats. Margot, come on. We're going to buy the most beautiful Persian cat we can lay our hands on. All right, Margot. This is it. Come on.
Benny's Hamburger Grill. That's a new way of spelling dive.
Well, Dagmar won't mind. Will you, Dagmar?
I think it's a shame.
What's a shame?
To expose that beautiful cat to the worst influences in town. And so soon after she's left the paradise of a pet shop.
She has an appointment with destiny, Margot. Haven't you, Dagmar? Well, see, she agrees.
Oh, this place looks worse on the inside. That smoke.
Here, Dagmar, don't try to get away from me. Relax, kitty. Nice kitty cat. There, eh?
Lamont, you don't expect to find Gus in here, do you?
I'd better, Margot. This used to be his favorite night haunt.
Oh, but how can you find anybody? Smoke's thicker than the fog outside.
Now, let me look around for a minute. There he is, at the table in the corner.
What? That big awful
Now,
looking...
remember, dear, we've got to be nice to him.
Well, I can tell you right now, it's not going to be easy.
Now, you wait here with Dagmar. I want to break the ice first. You watch me closely. When I give you a signal, come over.
All right. Oh, Dagmar, if you only knew what an awful future you have, you poor thing.
Oh, Gus.
Huh? Are you talking to me?
I'm a friend of yours, Gus.
Yeah?
Mind if I sit down?
This is a test transmission from
Just what do you want?
I'm
vk3sl.
your pal, and I'd like to help you, Gus.
Leave me alone. I don't need any help.
Now, listen to me.
Get out. Leave me.
You're in trouble, Gus.
Go on. Get out and leave me. Hey, who are you waving your hand to?
That lady.
She's coming over here.
She has a present for you, Gus.
I don't like women. They're always making trouble.
Who told you that?
The boss. He knows. He's smart. Hey, look at that cat.
Hello, Gus.
Oh, that cat. Gosh, it's beautiful. Can I touch it?
Yes, of course.
Here. Kitty. Oh, she likes me. Can I hold it for a minute?
She's all yours, Gus.
Mine? You mean? No.
Now, what's the matter?
Adam wouldn't let me bring her home. He hates cats.
He hates you, too, Gus.
Yeah, no. Perhaps I shouldn't like him.
You shouldn't. Do you know where Adam is now?
Home?
No, Gus. He's at police headquarters.
You're lying.
No, I'm not, Gus. He's telling Commissioner Weston that you killed George Benson.
That's a lie.
In a few minutes, every policeman in town will be looking for you, and Adam will go scot-free.
So he's saddling me with the blame. Well, I tell you, I didn't kill George Benson. Adam did it. I saw him.
Would you like to tell that to Commissioner Weston?
And how I would. Adam shouldn't have lied. I'm going to tell the commissioner. Adam killed George Benson.
Good.
Is it all right if I take the kitty along?
Of course.
Oh, kitty. Nice kitty.
Well, Margot, it worked.
What worked, Lamont? A shadow may still be revealed.
Perhaps not. I'm going to pay Adam another visit.
Who's in this room? Who's here? I hear you breathing. Shadow. Well, Shadow, did you contact all the members of Benson's gang?
No, Adam, I didn't contact any.
I gave you an assignment. I told you to call a meeting for midnight tonight.
Sorry, Adam, but I had too much to do arranging your execution.
What do you mean?
Gus. He's going to testify against you.
You're lying, Shadow.
He's already spoken to Commissioner Weston. The police will be here any minute.
I don't believe you, Shadow. Gus wouldn't betray me. He couldn't live without me. I'm his brain. But you think you can fool me, frighten me into silence. You overplayed your hand, Shadow.
So you're going to tell the police who I am?
That won't be necessary. Why should I give the underworld the pleasure of killing you?
Don't be a fool, Adam. I can take that knife away from you. I'm right behind you, Adam.
Clever, Shadow, but not clever enough. You threw your voice, but you're still standing 9 feet in front of me. I can hear you. No, don't put your hand in your pocket, Shadow.
Well, Adam, why don't you throw the knife?
In time, my friend. Don't be so anxious to die. I'm enjoying this moment too much.
There's not much of it left, Adam. Hear that car? The police are coming.
You weren't lying to me. Gus did tell.
Are you frightened, Adam?
Stand where you are.
It won't be long now.
Don't move.
Where are you going, Adam? There's no future for you out there. Only police and a rope.
They'll never take me.
Stay away from that window.
But they'll find you. And while they're shedding bitter tears over Lamont Cranston, I'll be climbing up the fire escape to the roof.
That's not the fire escape window, Adam.
Don't tell me where to find anything, Shadow. I know this room, and I know where your heart is.
But your knife doesn't. Your knife missed my heart by 3 feet. Now get away from that window.
No, I'm not going to hang.
Adam, that's the wrong window.
Well, Lamont, that's the closest call you've had in a long time.
You might say it's the closest call the Shadow ever had.
But still, the Shadow tried to save Adam's life, didn't he?
I told him there was no fire escape outside that window, but like every egomaniac, he couldn't be told anything.
I suppose the sudden fear of being captured must have thrown him off balance. But, Lamont, if he was such a marksman with a knife, how did he happen to miss you?
That is simple, Margot. I ducked.
Oh. Well, darling, here's one thing you're not going to duck out of.
What?
I want a cat just like Dagmar.
As you sow evil, so shall you reap evil. Crime does not pay. The Shadow knows.
There we go. Blind Man's Folly. What amazing ingenuity. What a concept. I love it. Great stories from the OTR vaults, and we heard another episode of The Shadow. This is vk3sl Test Missions on 160 and streaming online, of course. If you want to know more about the station, have a look at the blog spot. vk3sl.blogspot.com is the go-to place. Well, we're almost at the witching hour, so let's see if we can play one more thing before we wind up. Unfortunately, I couldn't find that recording of High Fits. I don't know. Maybe I was guessing. Maybe I dreamt it. I couldn't find it on any playlist. So I'm sorry about that. At the start, I was fully... Maybe I just really want that recording to emerge. We heard a very Muffle Missions version of High Fits playing the Thais meditation last night on the missions. And it didn't sound good, but I imagine it would be amazing if I could find a better copy of it. But the one that it's mislabeled, it's actually Chrysler, so we'll save that for another time. Anyhow, have a listen to the log if you feel inclined, because there are numerous versions of that remarkable piece of music. We finished last night with the music of Marian Anderson. She was singing Bach, but I found a recording of her singing the Brahms songs with viola. songs for contralto, viola and piano. And recordings made in the 30s with Franz Rupp on the piano and William Primrose on the viola and, of course, the inimitable Marian Anderson. This would have to be one of the most beautiful recordings I've heard of hers. It's very sensitive and it is an absolute masterpiece. This is vk3sl testing.
Test transmission from vk3sl.
Well, hearing that has made my day. What an exquisite performance. Marian Anderson and William Primrose. Contralto and viola with Franz Rupp at the piano. A recording made in the 1940s. Brahms, 2 songs for contralto, viola and piano. Well, that's probably all for today, although what I might do, since I'm sort of feeling very just ethereal after hearing that, I might return to what we didn't play at the very start today. This is a mislabeled file. In fact, it says here Jascha Heifetz playing the Thais Meditation in 1944. Well, in fact, it is actually Fritz Kreisler playing the Thais Meditation in 1944. Mislabeled. And so that's been verified now. So we'll go back, we'll have a listen to this and celebrate the music of Jules Massenet. A very beautiful piece, and it was the subject of our missions last night. This is vk3sl, testing here on 160 and also referring you tonight to Chris's missions. VK3AML will be casting on 147.475 on Channel D from 9:30. His missions are a must go to. They are amazing. So I'll be recording them and I'll be streaming them. So listen in on the secondary service here, which is the broadwave service. All can be found on the blogspot, vk3sl.blogspot.com. You'll find 2 streams. The second stream, the broadwave stream, is what I will use to stream Chris's missions from 9:30 tonight. So, without any further ado, let's have a listen to Fritz Kreisler playing the music of Massenet.
For his closing group, Fritz Kreisler has chosen 2 favorite pieces from his extensive repertoire. The first is the lovely melody by Massenet, a violin solo in the form of an intermezzo. Fritz Kreisler plays the Meditation from Thais.